Our mom and dad are passionate about growing safe food and fuel,
and about farming better today than yesterday.
If you want to learn more about Illinois farm families like ours,
visit www.watchusgrow.org/corn.
This message is brought to you by the Illinois Corn Checkoff.
Apex Clean Energy is an American veteran-led energy company harvesting the wind across the country. Their projects have received broad support from local farmers and landowners, and participation is 100% voluntary. Landowners who choose to host wind energy on their land will receive decades of steady revenue, and communities receive local property taxes to fund our schools, roads, first responders, and more. Let's harness the wind and leave a legacy for generations to come. To learn more, go to apexcleanenergy.com/landowners.
The 2024 Chevy Silverado Heavy Duty is the official truck for your harvest season. Scott Baum here from Baum Chevrolet Buick in Clinton. The 2024 Silverado is the strongest, most capable ever, with 2 heavy-duty powertrain options, innovative towing technologies, and a large and functional Durabed. Silverado HD pulls up, ready to help you get that crop out of the field on your farm this fall. Now's the time to make the Chevy Silverado your farm's official truck here at Baum Chevrolet Buick, right from the start.
WHOW Combine Reports are brought to you by our title sponsor,
Apex Clean Energy, harvesting the seeds for a better future in Illinois.
Also brought to you by
Whitful's Hybrids and your local Whitful's Hybrids seed dealer.
Baum Chevrolet Buick in Clinton,
where you'll find the official truck of the Combine Reports, the 2025 Chevy Silverado.
Along with the Macon County Farm Bureau, AAK Mechanical, Peterson Insurance,
State Bank of Bement,
Illinois Corn Marketing Board, Farm Credit Illinois, Maroa Ag, the McLean County Farm Bureau, Nancy Metal, and Beck's Hybrids, and the area's Beck's Hybrid seed dealers.
Your friend in Central Illinois. WHOW.
Top of the morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. The WHOW Morning Show streams to Facebook and YouTube. It's brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin insurance agent in Clinton. Katrina Held with the Friends of the Warner Library, our guest in studio this morning. Good morning, Katrina.
Good morning.
Thanks for coming out and talking with us today. Always good to have you in the studio. And we are talking Friends of the Warner Library and your biannual book sale this weekend. Let's get started with, remind us what the Friends of the Warner Library is. What do you all do?
We are a volunteer group that fundraises and is a cheerleader for our library here in town.
Sure.
We do everything that the staff doesn't have time for.
Like what?
We help take in donations of books and media. That's happening all the time. And when they have special projects where a grant might take care of it, we find ways to get money to make that happen.
Mm-hmm. Sure. So kind of supplementing where their budget ends and where, you know, some of the things they need begin, right?
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. So the biannual book sale is one of the big efforts I think perhaps the Friends is known for. So let's highlight the book sale, the when and the where and the what.
Yes, it is this Friday and Saturday, the 18th and 19th, 9 to 4 Friday, 9 to 3 Saturday. That's our famous book sale. You're going to see signs along the highway right now for that. There's nothing over $1, and there are literally thousands of books and media. We've got DVDs. We even have some puzzles. And
Nice.
These are our main fundraisers. They bring in a lot of money and help pay for a lot of stuff.
Sure. So tell us a little bit about where in the library this is, you know, what the setup kind of looks like for maybe someone that's not been in before, but they're coming in this weekend. What does it look like?
Yep, you can come when the library opens at 9, and you'll go straight downstairs. It's our big meeting room called the Revere Room. That can also be rented out for parties, bridal showers, and whatnot. Huge room. You go down there, bring cash and bags. We are still a little volunteer group, so we're cash only, just like a yard sale. And you just browse the tables. We have them sorted by genre, fiction, nonfiction, mystery, romance, kids. And you just shop and bring your own bag and fill it up.
I know there's kind of a, I would call them specials, if you will, but there's benefits for, teachers. I know there's like Saturday kind of has its own thing. Tell us about how, the sale works the 2 days.
Yes, we have our famous $1 a bag sale on Saturday where you bring in your own bag and you can fill it up for $1. Even those giant Save A Lot bags, you fill that thing full, just $1.
Okay.
And for teachers, we give them a special discount, and this includes our homeschool educators, too, to support our budding homeschool community in town. Teachers get the $1 a bag price on Friday, and they get 2 bags for $1 on Saturday.
Oh, wow. Great.
To help supply their classrooms.
And even, you said homeschool, too.
Yes.
Yeah, that's great. Excellent. When it comes to the books Where do the books come from?
They come from the library when they have to weed and rotate their collection, and also from the public. People are donating books all the time. Big influxes after yard sales, and we will take those and sort and process them and put them out for sale at a very affordable prices.
When do you start to plan for this and kind of get things ready at the library?
We plan pretty much after the book sale we're doing ends. We assess, okay, what could we do better? What was selling well? And we have a little cheat sheet timeline. Every month, here's what you do. So
when do you start sorting the books?
That happens all year, year round.
Okay.
We have to sort and keep up on it, or
it's a lot of work if you procrastinate,
or it would
right?
be it would be a crazy looking sale with books falling over on everyone.
Sure, very good. So come on out, check it out. That's again this Friday and Saturday. It is the Friends of the Warner Library biannual book sale. Any highlights of the books this year or this particular sale?
Yes, we actually have a special partnership. We've been talking with the Texas Roadhouse in Forsyth. And we're going to do a fundraiser with them in the fall or winter. But until then, they've given us free kids meal coupons and free appetizer coupons. So those are going to be out on the tables at the book sale. Nice. So if you do nothing else, come get a kids meal or onion blossom on us.
Very good. That's awesome. In terms of the books themselves, any titles, authors that highlight what's in the collection this year?
We have a lot of everything. And actually, just the other day, we got a lot of what we call cozy mysteries and inspirational fiction. Both of those are kind of, there might be a murder in the story, but it's not gory or anything like that. Just something you curl up by the fire and read. We just got a donation of some of those. And we just have everything. We even have some old books from like the 30s and 20s that pop up, and those are $1.
That's awesome. That's so cool. Again, our guest in studio this morning is Katrina Held. She is with the Friends of the Warner Library in Clinton, our guest in studio this morning. Katrina, you mentioned also digital media, and some of those things are a part of this. Highlight that for us.
Yes, we take and sell donations like DVDs, Blu-rays, CDs. Those are also $1. Like, where else can you get a Blu-ray for $1 these days?
No question.
Some of them are brand new. Some people are moving to streaming, and they just donate their collection.
Did you say video games as well?
Every once in a while, we do get a video game.
Okay.
It's just random what we get.
Yeah, gotcha.
But if a PlayStation game ends up in there, it's $1.
There you go. I got to come down and just see what this looks like, because there's just, it sounds like there's just piles and piles of books and media and all these things everywhere. So got to come in and see what this is all about. Very good, and of course do the same if you're out there as well. Remind us the when and where on this, Katrina.
This Friday and Saturday, the 18th and 19th. Starts at 9, goes till 4 Friday, and 3 Saturday.
All right, very good. Let's dive into when you fundraise for the library. Where do those funds go?
Our main thing that the Friends of the Library pays for is part of the prizes for the summer reading program. And if folks have remembered, we have had some really good prizes, like Lego sets, switches, big baskets. Friends of the Library and local businesses make those happen. We pay for what's become a traditional pizza party. Sorrento's comes in, local business, and we give pizza party at the end of summer reading. We've also paid for things like a microfiche reader, and we've paid for Luna the Bearded Dragon's grocery bill. She's got to eat.
Yeah. Very good. That's cool. Very good. Now, when it comes to the summer reading club, is that the biggest way you support the library?
Yeah, that's where most of our funding goes from.
Sure. Do you mind if I ask what it takes to support the summer reading club in terms of dollars?
Yeah. So the pizza and snacks and water itself, that is about $300 to $500. And Sorrento's does give us a huge discount. We're very grateful for that. And then the prizes, we've been able to give about $1,000 to $1,500, and then local businesses chip in too. I can't speak to what they give, but it takes a lot to get all that good stuff. But us in the library are also excited to make those cool prizes. Kids and adults love to read anyway, but if you get a really cool prize on top of it, that's just gravy on top.
Well, I'll tell you what, my kids really went head first into the summer reading club this year, and it was really cool to kind of watch them go in the library, pick out a couple of books to read in a given week, and then they put their their tickets in those little pockets for each of the prizes, and to just kind of watch them browse what the friends had done. I mean, man, some of the stuff you put out there this year for kids and adults, I mean, everybody was really excited, it looked like.
Yeah.
So
lots of good stuff.
Definitely. Very good. So look forward to those things continuing as we go forward. You mentioned other ways that you support the library. The what did you call
it? Was a microfiche digitizer.
Okay.
So if folks remember, I've lived here all my life, been to the library. Maybe you remember in school you would go use the microfiche reader and you would flip the little film strips.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
okay.
That stuff's old, breaking down, but there is a lot of content that the library gets. Our library has a huge historical section, which I know Bobby has come in and talked about, and also partnering with genealogy. Well, that equipment's just breaking down. So I think it was last year they got a digitizer that makes it easy to get that stuff digital and just more accessible for everyone.
Sure.
And that's like a thousands of dollar machine. So we contributed towards that.
What are some of the smaller ways you help with the library?
Just in general, one new thing they did, they got these brand new books called high-low books, high interest level but low literacy. Those are really quick reads, fiction and nonfiction. Maybe English is your second language, or maybe you've just not read in a while, but you want to pick up a book or learn about some topic. These are short little books. They're up front at the library. They're very accessible.
Nice.
So that, you don't have to jump in and pick up War and Peace with you at the library. You just want a quick thing. This was a brand new thing. Didn't know what it would cost, so we contributed to that, and it's taking off really well. So we're going to contribute to that quarterly, get new material, because the library is accessible for everyone. There's a big push to go for accessibility with the library strategy this year, and we want to help with that however we can.
Sure. The library's done a lot of things inside the walls in terms of kind of its cosmetics and its aesthetics. Have you helped out with any of those efforts?
Yeah, there's also just a general fund. At every one of our meetings every month, we have a staff member, and they're our liaison in the meeting, and they'll just say, hey, we got a bunch of chairs or whatnot, and then us as the club figure out what we can give. So there's also just random general contributions.
Sure. Any idea what you put back into the library in a given year in terms of maybe dollars, volunteer hours, those sorts of things?
At least $2,000 a year, roughly. That pretty much is the book sales. It pretty much evens out. Book sales pay for that.
Yeah.
And then volunteer hours can fluctuate, but definitely our members do a couple hours a month, keep up on the books and whatnot, and then during the book sale here this weekend, we'll work a couple of those days. So it's actually not a high commitment from the volunteers, but it's a lot of return. You might think, sorting books for an hour doesn't help, but it helps the staff a lot. Otherwise, they just have to put these books straight to recycling.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, let's take a break and come back and talk about, some of the volunteer efforts, what it takes to be part of the Friends of the Library, those sorts of things. Again, Katrina, though, before we do go to break, remind us one more time the when and the where on the library book sale, how folks get more information.
It's Friday and Saturday. Bring your cash. That's the 18th and 19th. Starts at 9 a.m. both days, ends at 4 Friday, ends at 3 Saturday.
Very good. So, and of course, highlight the educators discount as well, if you don't mind.
Yes, teachers, homeschool educators, you get the $1 a bag price on Friday, and you get $2 a bag, 2 bags for $1 Saturday.
And it's $1 a bag on Saturday, correct?
$1 a bag on Saturday for the public.
Sure, very good. Well, Katrina, let's take a break here. Come back with some more again. Katrina Held with the Friends of the Warner Library, our guest in studio. More to come with Katrina on The Morning Show.
WHOW.
Let's check the opening numbers now at the Chicago Board of Trade on this Monday. Jim Taylor on the RFD Radio Network. We start the day slightly lower with corn, beans, and Chicago wheat. December corn opening 4.11 3/4 down 4. March corn down 4 1/4. 4.28 3/4. May corn 4.37 3/4 down 4. November beans starting the day 10.02 3/4 down 2 3/4. January beans down 2.5, 10.18 1/2. March beans 10.32 1/4 down 2 3/4. December Chicago wheat 5.96 1/4 down 2 3/4. March wheat down 3 1/4. 6.18 1/2. May wheat 6.30 1/4 down 3 1/4. December bean meal 3.14.30. That's down 80 cents. December bean oil down 65 cents. 42.68. Opening numbers on this Monday morning. Jim Taylor on the RFD Radio Network.
Baum Chevrolet Buick offers a full transportation options while giving you peace of mind. This is Scott Baum from Baum Chevrolet Buick here in Clinton or Farmer City. This is what we strive to do each and every day. We'll listen to you, give you options for routine maintenance, major mechanical problems, or collision repairs with a staff that is knowledgeable to find the best option for you. Baum Chevrolet Buick, your full-service dealer. See us at baumchevybuick.com right from the start.
This month at Love It Once More Thrift Store in Clinton, you'll get 10% off your total purchase. This includes our fall decor and Halloween costumes. And Christmas is going to be sneaking into the store this month, too. This is Connie reminding you to look for us on Facebook, Instagram, and DivaDailyNews.com.
Hi, this is Ryan Utterback with Utterback Real Estate. The crops are coming out and it's time to invest.
Does that mean we're all getting crop dusted?
No, it means it's a good time to invest in farmland.
Beans, the magical fruit. The more you eat, the more you...
And that's why you're the other Ryan.
Buying or selling farmland? Click their icon at DoItDailyNews.com.
Your friend in Central Illinois, WHOW.
Once again, a good morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. The WHOW Morning Show streams to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. Katrina Held is with the Friends of the Warner Library in studio with us this morning, talking about their biannual book sale, pardon me. And Katrina, before we get into things, just one more time, highlight the when, the where on the book sale.
This Friday and Saturday, the 18th and 19th, starts at 9 both days, ends at 4 Friday, and ends at 3 Saturday. Bring your cash and bring your own bags.
So come on out, support the library in this effort. And, you talked about the Friends of the Library, kind of some of the ways that you give back to the Warner Library. Yes. Let's talk about the Friends themselves. What's it take to be a part of the Friends of the Warner Library, Katrina? What do you ask of your volunteers? Do you need volunteers? Let's speak to those things.
Yeah. We are a group of about a dozen active members right now. We are always looking for volunteers. These book sales are a well-oiled machine, but they do take work. And we try to be a very low commitment club. You still get high return even if you can only volunteer a couple hours a week. Mm-hmm. But we do need help, and you can call the library and they'll get in contact with me, or we have an email, friendsofvwarner@gmail.com. We meet once a month upstairs in the activity room, first Saturday of the month at 10 a.m. Mm-hmm. There's no dues or anything like that. If you show up, you're a Friends member. We're very easy, and even if you got kids, we'll put them to work. They can they can sort books, and a lot of times they have fun. I know I recruit my daughter, and she has fun digging through books.
Sure. That's a good way to teach them volunteerism, giving back, is just have them go to things with you like that. Yes. So, yeah, for sure. What are, aside from planning for the book sale, aside from meetings, are there any other areas where Friends volunteers are active, whether it's in the library, in the community, anything like that?
Yes, we've actually started trying to get really creative about not only fundraising for the library, but how can we, as a community group, help out and interact with other community groups in town, get all these nonprofits talking to each other. So we're in the works of setting up some volunteer time with Encore Thrift Store. They sell books, in case folks didn't know. They get so many, and they reached out to us. They're overwhelmed. So we're going to help them kind of clear out the cruft from their store so that their store can be more successful, and they have so much stuff that they're just tossing out. There's just too much for them to handle. So we're going to work out a system where we kind of help them on the books going out the door, and we can take them off their hands, and they're a little less stressed about the books.
Sure. Is that a benefit to the Friends in any way, or is that strictly just helping them out?
Our first priority is to help them. If we get stock for our sale, great, but we want their book section to be nice and well stocked. That way they make the sales.
Sure.
That's the first priority.
Very good. And I know you've got kind of a partnership with the DAR. Talk about that real fast with us.
Yes, it is very brand new, and I'll have to be a little bit cryptic because it's still getting worked out, but there is a book-related project that Daughters of the American Revolution, the DeWitt County chapter, is working on, and we are going to supply them some funds and some books. So maybe folks can figure it out by those two words what we're doing, but I'll let DAR speak to that as there are other pieces that they need to get together. But
nice.
You just start talking to nonprofits in town, and, you need books? I've got thousands. Let me give you some. You don't need to do. I told the president, don't pay for books. We've got great books for you.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, and when it comes to partnering with nonprofits, is that a relatively new venture for the Friends, or have you done things like that in the past?
It's relatively new the past 2 years or so. In the past, Friends was a very small group, so really the book sale was about the limit of what they could do with their capacity, and it works great. But now that we've got like a dozen members, we have a little bit more freedom to experiment, and we're just finding a lot of returns. And we're here to help the library, but also we're kind of like a club, and we want to do fun stuff too. And if it helps out the community, then that just makes you feel good.
Well, and if I remember right, I thought that Bobby had kind of mentioned the Friends volunteers are kind of the volunteer base is kind of like the age itself, like your volunteer base is starting to lower. So you've got younger people, which is a good thing. And probably they have connections to other nonprofits or know of other nonprofits that you can connect with.
Yep. One of our members, they're very active with 4-H. So we're always thinking of ways like, well, does 4-H need a program? How can the Friends help that? And kind of cuts out the middleman when your volunteer is, well, I run a 4-H club. As long as you vote on it properly, you can kind of cut out the middleman, make things happen faster.
There you go. That's awesome. Good stuff. Well, we hopefully look forward to things like that down the road. Speaking of things like that down the road, you highlighted the Texas Roadhouse partnership with us in that first segment. Highlight that one more time for us.
Yep. That's actually a little bit of a funny story. I recruited my dad to help out with Friends because one day I asked him, hey, can you haul some books away to recycling? And so now he's a Friends member. Well, anybody that knows Terry Willis, he's a chatty guy. Well, he goes out to eat. He chats up Texas Roadhouse. And the manager in Forsyth, they talk about, I'm sure folks have heard about different fundraiser nights. I think even the school clubs have done them. And they said, well, why don't Friends do it? So Dad's been chatting up the manager. We've got coupons at the book sale for Texas Roadhouse.
Sure.
We're going to do one of those fundraising evenings in the fall or winter, kind of filling that gap between book sales.
That's fantastic. Well, Katrina, I hate to do this to you. I've got to cut us short. Tell us one more time the when and where on your book sale.
This Friday and Saturday, the 18th and 19th, starts at 9 a.m., ends at 4 on Friday, ends at 3 on Saturday.
That is Katrina Held with the Friends of the Warner Library, our guest in studio. Network News is now.
The Big 1520 WHOW Clinton, 92.3 FM W222 BG Clinton, 106.5 FM W